if you don't like the default templates BlogToPin has to offer, you can always upload your own custom template from Canva. And for that purpose, you just have to go create some template here. For instance, I created this one. Then you share it, download it. Then you download it as SVG. You need to be a Pro member for that, but I think you can start a trial without any payment, so it's good to go. There are a few important things to understand about importing template from Canva to BlogToPin. And the first one is that you can see it has two random images. And it's important that these are like real images and not frames, because if you have it like this, just two random frames, then in this case, BlogToPin would kinda understand that these two cloudy images are the same, and it would not use two different images for this template, but rather use the same image twice. For that purpose, just add two random images here. It doesn't matter what it is, but they should just be different. Another important thing to understand is that if you have custom texts on the custom effects on your text, it also won't work well inside BlogToPin, because BlogToPin will not be able to understand that this is a proper text. Just Pinterest will Canva will stop telling us that it's proper text, and we won't be able to understand it's a text. So if you have some kind of a cool neon or I don't know, you just have to set it to none and then export it. Of course, BlogToPin also doesn't have this one available. So even if you had this enabled and it could be imported to BlogToPin, then still the effect would be removed. But as we can't remove effect on BlogToPin site, you have to remove it on the Canva site. And there are a few effects we can do in BlogToPin, but not much. So let's imagine we exported it. Now we have to just go here to BlogToPin, choose templates to use, scroll to the bottom, add custom template from Canva. If you're just starting out, you would have this one in the onboarding. If you already have a website you created, on left you'd have a playground, you click there, then you go to the templates and add custom template from Canva. Press it, hit continue. Then you choose the size of your template. It's important to understand that you choose like a proper size here, and if you choose 1000 by 1500 and your template is 1000 by 2000, it wouldn't look good. So I think mine is this size. I import it. It takes some time, maybe like a few seconds to properly process it, and then you can see that it succeeded. It noticed this text block. There's images. These are all good. You can see that because this text is the single one, it already understood that, hey, it probably should be dynamic. If you want, you can keep it the same, but then this some awesome text will be on every pin. I don't think that's something you want to have. You can do a few things here. You can either make it uppercase or lowercase. You either want to have it in the left top corner or in the center. You can also resize here the text. It is important because probably at the moment of import, BlogToPin can't really know the proper sizes of the text. So you can see here that this text is actually pretty good, but if I made it wider here, BlogToPin would only be able to capture like these boundaries of the text, and you'd have to make it wider inside BlogToPin itself. So we think it's good to have. As I've said in the previous video, you can also specify here the prompts for this text. I will also in the description probably add the link to the full video about adding the Canva template to BlogToPin. But long story short, you can also add here the prompt for this text, and this is just like what should we add inside this blog. So for instance, we want to have a beautiful optimized SEO optimized Pinterest title, but we don't want to have it this verbose here. So we can specify something like use 2 words here, name of the recipe, nothing else. Then we can press test the output. We test it and we can see that, hey, there is min julep right now. You can also adjust the colors. You can also add the outline here and specify the color of the outline. But I think I don't want to use the outline here. So good to avoid it. You can also adjust like the colors. You can make the colors be not like custom here, because this this black would be always like hard coded here, but you can specify it to be some specific color. And you can, for instance, have this one to be a primary font, and maybe adjust the color of the background. Let me find this color of the background. Yeah, you can adjust this color of the background to be the background, and then you will be able to use different color palettes for this imported template. So you can adjust here as well. Let me just bring everything back to the normal. Yeah, we can proceed here. And here we should also specify how exactly we want to process the images. So if we want the images to stay hard-coded, and for instance on every pin would have this image, we can do it. Probably we don't want to do it, but we can do it. If we want to have them dynamic, we can say, hey, use image 1 from the page, and then we can specify the fit. And default fit is what we have in Canva. In Canva, you can double click on the image and you can kind of like move it. So that would be the default fit. I wanted to always be taking the full width and the full height. So I will specify the color here. And the same you can do here. It's important that if you want to use two different images, that you don't specify here use image 1, but use another image from page. And also cover, and that's it. And we can just hit proceed. Now we do have this template added to BlogToPin, but because it has two different images, it cannot be used on this obviously page, because it only has one image. So let's for instance go through that template adding once again, and then just keep the same image twice. So yeah, this text, we've already seen that we can adjust it. I will just resize it here, and I think all good. Proceed. Here, this one will be image 1, and this one will also be image 1. It means the same image will be used twice. Then we hit proceed, and then we can see that, hey, this template is being used right now. So yeah, this is all about the basics of adding your own custom Canva template into BlogToPin. You can do it basically anything you want. You can probably add here any shapes, any forms, whatever, and you can also have multiple texts here and specify them with the AI prompts, as I've said here. So you can, like, if you have multiple lines of text, you can specify the AI prompt for each of them, and it would also work good. But these are the basics, and yeah, feel free to ask any questions. Bye.